All right, so we store our data in the S3 as objects, all right, and we store them in buckets. So in S3 is a storage service, simple storage service. EC2 is an EC2 is a server, a virtual private server in the cloud. So think of a server as somewhere you'll go and host your application and it can be visible to the internet. So yes, that's what an EC2 is. And I think we can dive deep. All right, who can tell me types of servers that they know? Yes, it's also a virtual machine in this in the cloud. Yes, yes, Salem, thank you. Who can tell me the types of servers they know? You can just type on the chat. Mail servers, web servers, database servers. Mm-hmm. Mm. Your high school chef is a wow, Daniel. Wow. Daniel's high school chef is a server, all right. File server. Thank you, Samuel. Eh? Umesema mbaya mbaya, right? Yes, we have the following servers. Who's going to read for us? Let me hear someone's. Amy. Amy, are you here?
Yeah.
Okay, please read for us examples of these servers. Amy, are you able to read for us? You're breaking. Okay, someone else
Yeah,
to read for.
I'm ready.
All right, someone else who can read for us the types of servers we have.
We have application server, web server, database server, game server, mail server, media server, catalog server, file server, computing server, and proxy server.
Very nice. Yes. So we have different types of servers that perform different types of functions. And for example, we've heard of application servers where we go and host our applications, web servers to host our websites and our web applications as well, and even database servers, for example, for people who build end-to-end applications. You need your database hosted somewhere, right? What type of server is IVC server? Mark, what's your guess? Well, definitely should have a database because it's storing a lot of data. Yes, thank you, Reg. All right. All right. So EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. And for this lesson, yes, EC2 is a virtual machine in the cloud, and it gives you a full administrative control over either your Windows or your Linux OSs. And we have several OSs. Guys, can you tell me the types of OSs we have, or rather the ones that you're using?
Linux.
Linux, okay, iOS, and Salem, yako inasemwa aje? Forage is Parrot. You guys, what kind of machines are you using for Huawei server? All right. Ubuntu, all right. Okay. So EC2, okay, just like what we learned in the morning, Thank you, Mohammed. Yes, Amazon Linux too. Like what we learned in the morning, anytime that you hear elastic, know that it can automatically increase or decrease in size depending on the usage. For example, you have a lot of users, it's going to increase in size. You have reduction of users, it's going to decrease in size. Compute means like you're running a process. Computing means you're changing raw data into information, you're processing something here and there. And then we have the cloud, which we referred to it as somewhere we can access our services over the internet. All right. So with EC2, we can launch instances. Instances are the servers that we can launch on. EC2 is a service by itself, Elastic Compute Cloud, and it gives you ability to launch instances. And with the instances, you can also give them security like firewalls. For example, the way you'd have a firewall for your website or your application or your server. It's the same way we have security, firewall security in EC2 instances called security groups. All right. And in your instances, you can use it to host very many things. Okay. Today it will be more practical than theoretical. Most of these things we're going to learn using the labs that we have. We're going to first use the first lab to get to understand the console, and then the second lab for EC2, where we'll be learning using the notes and also on the practicality of it. So I want each one of us to open our first labs. That is lab 1, the very, very, very first lab. I know some of you did it, but we are going to do it together as a class. And the reason why I want us to do this lab together, even if it doesn't have a lot of things, it's because it's so that you will not be left behind when we are moving along. So guys, open the very first lab. It's called lab 1, sandbox environment. That will be the first lab. Who is willing to share the screen? Leonard, you can share your screen. Alex,
Yes.
um, you are unmute. Do you want to say anything?
No, I've muted.
I think
All right,
I'm
so
unable to share the screen.
all right, check now. You can share your screen.
How can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
What are you seeing on your screen, Leonard?
Seeing the module spot. I
All
don't know
right.
what can you see there.
We can't actually see your entire screen. Try stop sharing and then you try sharing again.
About now?
We still can't see. We still can't see anything. All right, just make me the host again. I'll just share from my end. Do this. Salem, be nice. So do this. Go to my name, Rita Njengaru, Landly Africa. On the three tabs, you make me a host.
Pardon?
Okay, on the Zoom meeting, go to
Mhm.
my name on the three tabs, on the three dots, you click and then you say make a host. Have you managed to do that?
No. Then I don't know what
Okay.
I'm looking for.
No. On the Zoom meeting,
Yeah.
you see our names. You see our names. Like, can you see my name?
Yep.
Yes. So you can just hover around my name, the box with my name, and
Mhm.
then beside it you'll see like there's a mute button, and then a small button with three dots. Have you seen it?
No, I can't see what you're telling me. Look here.
Let me just see if I can screenshot this for you.
This is what I'm seeing. I've dropped it in the chat.
All right. Or just share your screen. We see the Zoom meeting, and then I help you out. Where your screen is not visible at all. All right. Yes. So let
Just
me
somebody
see.
else to just share the screen. I don't know.
All right. So like you can't see any buttons when you hover around my name, or go to participants.
Yeah, I'm there.
All right. Can you see three buttons? Three dots. Okay, when you click more, what do you see when you're on my name?
Uh, you wanted me to make you a host, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So let me just share. So how many of us are on the sandbox environment? Good. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So we're going to move faster on this lab because it doesn't have a lot of things. So you're just going to start your lab. So anytime that you're going to do your labs, the very first thing that you do is start your lab. Once you start your lab, the button here on the left next to AWS is going to turn yellow, and when it's ready, it's going to turn green. So we're going to wait for it to turn green. As we wait, on the right, there's this button, there's this box. What do I call it? Is it a box? A container? There's this container that holds instructions. Okay, so the one that holds instruction, that box that holds instructions, is the one that we are going to be. So anytime that you have a lab, all the instructions of whatever you're supposed to do will be on this box right here. So what you do, you just start your lab, wait for it to turn from red to yellow to green. After it's green, then you can be able to go to your console. To go to the console, you'll just click on AWS after it is green. All right. If you're good, let me know. All right. Please show me where is the sandbox environment. All right, Purity. The sandbox environment, sandbox literally means where you are going to play around, look around things. So Vocarium is our sandbox environment where number one, you go to start the lab. This is the Vocarium where your labs are. You see, it's kind of different from the Canvas. Canvas is the one that holds your notes, your cases, everything. But the Vocarium is the one that holds your sandbox environment from the AWS console, everything that you're going to be using for this course. So the very first thing that you do, you start the lab, wait for it to turn from red to yellow to green. And also on this part, we have the instructions. And the instructions, for example, like for this lab, are for us to see the console, to open the console, look around, look and learn what the console is about. And for those who have Windows machine, they are going to download Putty. How many of us are in Windows machine and they do not have Putty? Yes, this is the very first lab. All right, a number of you. So if you're a Windows, or if you have a Windows OS, on this lab, there's this link here to download Putty. Kindly go ahead and download it. Putty is going to enable you to SSH to your EC2 instance. So in our next lab, we're going to actually provision an EC2 instance. And when we provision an EC2 instance, we are going to be given a public IP address. That public IP address is the one that we are going to configure it with our Putty. So if you have Windows OS, kindly go ahead and download Putty and let us know if you have it. And later on in a few, Patrick is going to show us how to configure our Putty for those of us who have Windows OS. For those who have Linux and Mac, you guys, our shell can be able to SSH. They automatically configured to SSH, so you don't have to download anything. All right. So how many of us in our Vocarium, our AWS has turned to green? All right, Danny. All right, Alex. Awesome, awesome. So if it's green, very nice, very nice. So if it is green, you now want to start your lab. You now want to go ahead and do your assignment. What you do, you click on the AWS button just right next to the green button. Once you click it, it's going to open a new tab with the console. All right. So you guys, can you see my console? Just a second, I go back. Very nice. And you guys, have you been able to open your own console? Very good. Who can tell me what you're seeing in your console? What are you seeing on your console?
Recently visited.
Mm-hmm.
Applications, constant usage,
Mm-hmm.
recently viewed to it. Recently,
Purity.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Recently visited areas. Okay. Purity, where are you?
Bado sijaingia hapo kwa lab. Sielewi lab iko upande gani.
Aya, Purity. Let me just share my screen. Mhm. Okay, unaona nini mahali uko? Uko kwa canvas?
Yeah,
All right. I'll go with you step by step. Sharon, unaona grades? All right. Purity.
yeah,
This is the canvas, okay? What you
yeah.
do, you just scroll down. So you're going to scroll down. Let me just view as a student in a minute. Okay. So this is what you have in your canvas, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to scroll down. We can actually just hide the professional skills and start here because we are not using it. All right. So after the professional skills, there's this very first lab. Can you see it? Have you seen this, Purity?
Let me check.
Just scroll down after umepita hii yenye tulisoma last week ya professional skills. Scroll down to the very first lab, imeandikwa sandbox environment. You can even just control F and then type sandbox environment. Inakaa hivi. So Sandra, Patrick is going to show us how to configure PuTTY. We first need to launch an EC2 instance before we configure. Very nice, Daniel. Very nice. Purity, where are you?
Niko hapo but sioni. Leo nimeiona.
Haya.
Yes.
Click on it, and then you'll go to the next page, which will tell you to click it, and then you'll be taken to Vocarium. You start your lab venye nilionyesha kwa breakout session. You start your lab, and ikiturn green, you click on the green AWS.
Thank you. I'm there.
Okay. So
Yeah.
now, okay, sawa sawa. So guys, this,
Sorry
yes.
to bring you back to that page. I think I did the wrong thing
Mm-hmm.
because I pressed the one that's all the way down close to the notes section. I think the one number 11, close to the AWS EC2 demonstration. So will it affect my grade?
Okay. No. So that's another lab that you're supposed to do immediately after this one in the next like 5 minutes. So you can just go ahead and open the other one in another tab. Just open lab number 1 in another tab and follow through. It doesn't have like a lot of things. So about lab number 1, we are learning about the console. The console, remember last week we learned about the 3 ways we can interact with Amazon Web Services, AWS. Number 1, it was answer za Githeri. Number 1, how do we? Yes, CLI. Number 2, SDK. Yes. Number 3, console. Exactly. So yes, awesome. Naona mnakumbuka. So yes, we are going to now we are interacting with AWS using the console. Console, number 1, is graphical, and it is easy to learn because you can see a lot of services. And yeah, so this is a CLI. And if you want to access services, you can search for them if you know them. For example, if you know EC2, you can just type EC2 and it's going to come here. Or even today you learned about S3. You just type S3 and you're going to find it here. All right. And then, do you guys remember last week we learned about services, the categories of services? Do you remember? There are database services, there are developer tools, there are compute, there's containers. These are the categories of services that we have. Remember we even looked at security and identity when you are looking at IAM. We have storage for S3, EBS, and AFS. Do you remember, guys, we were learning that? If you do, let me know you remember. Services by category. Yes, Salem. So this, can you guys see my screen? Let me just split my screen right here. Very nice. All right. So here we get to see different categories of services. There is for analytics, for application integration, for blockchain. All these are services categories that you can go into, all right? And if you want to look for a specific service, just type for it EC2 or S3, now that you know S3, all right? Yes, so that's how we interact with the console on a high overview. So with this lab, you can go just like what Patrick was doing. You can go create your bucket, look around S3, you know. But now there are some things that you can't do, and the instructions are on that vocarium part that I've told you about, that is showing you what you can do and what you cannot do. All right. So guys, are you good? If you've interacted with the console, then that was all about lab 1. That was about the very first lab. All right. And if you've interacted with it, if you're a Windows user and you've downloaded Putty, and you can be able to, go through the console and know your way around. Then once you're done, you click submit. So I'd like all of you to click submit. This submit button enables you to submit your lab. If you do not submit, you're not going to be graded, meaning we as your teachers are not going to see that you did your labs. Okay. And if you do not, if you're not graded, you'll have to redo the entire lab again. And everything that you do in the lab is being recorded by Vocarium. So all these steps, they're being recorded by Vocarium, right? And for even the subsequent labs that you're going to do, for whatever that you'll be doing, once you're done and you see you've reached end lab, first, before you end the lab, ensure that you submit. After you submit, you're going to see your score, right? And after you see your score, then you can end the lab. Yes, end the lab. And you see, it went from green to yellow to red. And we're done with that lab. So guys, tell me, are you with me? Do we submit the first before ending? Yes. Submit first before you end the lab. So everyone, I hope everyone in this class has a one point in the lab 1. Okay. So that's how you do the labs, okay? And I hope you're good now. I hope you've understood. So now after you've ended the lab, you've submitted and ended the lab, let's go to that lab number 11 for EC2.
Madam,
Introduction. Yes.
what are we supposed to do in the lab? We just start and finish. Or
Mohammed, you are to start the lab and then let me stop laughing. You are to start the lab and then you are to go to AWS. It takes you to the console. You
Yes.
familiarize yourself with the console. All
Oh,
right? Yes.
just that. Thank
Yes, just that. Yes. Now we go to the second lab. I want us to do this lab, all of us together. It's lab number 11. Yes, Naboth.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's just a request. Could you
Mhm.
be a bit slower because my internet is not exactly that fast in terms of connecting to the AWS side because I'm still on the yellow, so I don't know.
Okay, no problem. That one doesn't have a lot of things. So because it's the first lab, Naboth, when it goes to the green, just go to the console, check your square around the console. Once you're done, you go to submit, click the submit button, and then in the lab. That's all about lab 1. And I do not want to leave anyone on lab 2. I don't want to leave anyone behind on lab 2 because on lab 2 we are learning about um we're learning about EC2 and I want us to go step by step. So everyone kindly let us open lab 2.
All right, thank you. And just in case I get the same problem for the
Mm-hmm.
next lab, is the
Mm-hmm.
current session being recorded so that at least
Yes.
if I get left behind, I could revisit the recording.
Yes. The session is being recorded.
Thank you.
Karibu. So guys, open lab 11, introduction to EC2. All right, everybody, if you open your lab 2, ensure that you start lab and then you wait for it to turn green. Let me know when yours turns green.
Could you please share your screen?
Yes. Just a minute. I just want my lab to be green. Your lab is slow. It's okay. For Gideon is green. All right, all right, all right. Green, 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 green. Let's hope for Mohammed doesn't have yellow fever. Okay, it's green now. Very nice. For the rest, what's the color of your AWS? Green, green, green. Okay, okay. Okay, Amy. Amy and Sandra. Sorry. All right. Green, green, very nice. So because most of us are green, Silas, so three people's on your yellow. So let's, all right, as we wait for the years to turn green, let's do some notes kidogo. Okay, where were we? All right, we were here. So we say that with EC2, you can select different operating systems that you'd want to work with. For example, we can work with Microsoft Windows, and also you can work with Linux. And with Linux, we have different distros that you can work with. But for AWS and for most of this course, we're going to use Amazon Linux 2 as our operating system on the console. All right, and you can launch a number of instances of any sizes, and you can launch them in different availability zones. So guys, who can tell me what is an availability zone? Remind me, what did we say is an availability zone? Green now, Sandra, green. Silas, green. Okay. Amy, let me know when yours stands green. Who can tell me what is an availability zone? We learned this on Thursday. What's an availability zone? Yes, Sandra.
There are multiple data centers that are designed for failure isolation.
Exactly, exactly. So, when you hear about multi-AZ, multiple availability zones, you're told if you're launching, say, your instances, launch them in availability zones. Thank you, Salem. Launch them in multiple availability zones so that when one data center fails in one availability zone, you can have if you've launched in several availability zones, your data in the other availability zones won't be lost. It will be able to handle the failure, all right? And also availability zone, it's there to ensure that you have high availability in your architecture. All right. Haya. I hope you've understood that. Be rest assured you're going to find that in your exam. Okay, okay. All right. So when launching an EC2 instance, like what you're going to do now that our AWS buttons are green, we're going to see a few things. For example, for don't follow this picture right here. This is for the older version of the console. Right now we have a new console window, and there are various ways that you can launch an EC2 instance. And for example, this module walks through 9 key decisions to make when you're creating an EC2 instance on the AWS Management Console Launch Instance Wizard. All right. So instead of reading this, I'd like we go and launch our instances on the labs. We do this practically. And yes, we're going to launch it on our console. All right. So I remember someone was asking about an AMI, an Amazon Machine Image. An AMI is for those who have Linux OS. There are some times that you do not want to, say, like start an installation from scratch, and what you do, you take like a snapshot of the installation that you have, and then you can go and just use the snapshot to give you the entire setup. For example, for those who use Linux, you can have images, say for example, of like VS Code. Instead of installing VS Code on your machine, you can just use an AMI to launch your VS Code, or even a few of the applications can use images. So even in AWS, for example, this instance that we're going to launch right now, you can snapshot it. So the way we'd say screenshot on our phones, in Amazon we say snapshot. So you can just take a snapshot of it, and then you can use this snapshot, this image, to recreate your future images, to recreate your future instances. And with an AMI, it gives you a quick start. All right, it gives you a quick start. So instead of like going all the way to the process that you're going to learn today, you're launching from scratch. So instead of going to launch directly from scratch, you're going to launch it from an image, and an image is going to save you the time of launching an instance. It's going to give you a quick start. So say for example, you had this instance that you're going to create, and you have a snapshot of it. You've created an AMI, an image out of it, and say next time you want to go and launch a similar instance exactly like that, even with the same application. Say in your instance you had installed a server, say a HTTPD server, which is Apache. So you had installed an Apache server, and it was carrying a few things, a few dependencies. Instead of going to start from scratch, what you do, just take a snapshot of it, save it as an image, and the next time you want to launch an instance, you can just launch it directly as an image. It will give you a quick start. All right, have you guys understood about AMI? Have you understood about AMI? All right, Amy.
Could you kindly pardon?
Mm-hmm.
Kindly ask the question,
Okay.
especially about taking the image and reloading again.
All right. So I want us to imagine this. We we have we have this software application that we want to launch, or even this server. So in the next few minutes, we're going to launch our EC2 instance. Okay. Because you're going to launch our EC2 instance, you guys are going to see it's a long process. Okay. Because it's a long process, well, Amazon did this. They gave us a way we can snapshot after we have launched our instance, and it is set, and we can see our data on the internet. We can be able to store our data on maybe a server that is on the maybe database server, whatever you want to use your instance with. So for example, you've launched this instance. The next time you want to launch an instance exactly similar like this, and you do not want to repeat the entire setup, what you can do, you can create an image, a snapshot image of your instance. For example, let's say we're going to create a server, a small server with, say, 2 GB of RAM, maybe, something of the sort. And instead of going back and having to redo this whole process of installation, what Amazon has done for us, it has given us the ability to create a snapshot from it called an image. So once you create a snapshot, you can then use that image to recreate other instances. For example, say you want to have 5 instances. You can create one instance. We can also use Terraform to automatically deploy. Yes, and that will come a bit later on. So, for example, I want to have maybe 5 instances that have similar qualities, and you've launched it the same way. You want to add an additional one. you want to have 6, but you had already launched yours, they're already working and everything. And then you need to add another instance. Instead of going through the entire process, you can take a snapshot. You can take, like, imagine this as the way you screenshot an image in your phone, and you can maybe forward it to someone else, something of this. So just think of it as that, okay? You can take a snapshot of your instance, and if it will take a snapshot of even the configurations that you have. And then next time you want to launch an instance, you just use that image to launch it quickly. You don't have to go through installing from scratch. Okay. It's just a simple way of launching instances, but let's first start by learning first what is an instance, okay? At least it will be kind of easier for you. So we can go to our vocarium, and I hope that everyone's is green by now. You can click AWS, the green button next to AWS. Let's learn this practically. I know it will be easier for you to understand. All right. Okay. All right, Frank. And I know that the instructions are on a different page from your console, so you can just split your screen so that you can be able to see the two of them. Let me just share my console page. Guys, what page are you seeing? All right, let me just share the console. All right, I'm just going to share my entire window so that you guys can see. All right, tell me if you guys are here with me. So, and guys, I can't see my meetings. Let me join with my phone.
Yeah.
Yes? Yes?
Mine as an issue.
Which one?
I've clicked the green AWS console, and it is saying that you must first log out before logging into a different AWS account.
Come again? Oh, yes.
I've
Just log out. Just log out to the console. Yes, just log out because it's reading the one that we did earlier. Just log out of the console and then go back to the vocarium and press again the green AWS.
So I start afresh.
No, don't start afresh. Just close the, okay. You see on the, let me stop merging these two. I share this one. So you see here, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, come here and then click sign out. Okay? Yes,
Okay.
just click sign out and then close that window. Just click sign out. It's going to sign you out.
Mm-hmm.
Once you see,
Oh.
once you see Amazon Management Console, you can now close that tab. And when you close it, come to the vocarium, now on this introduction to EC2, and then just click AWS again, and it's going to give you a new console.
Okay.
What's going on? What can you see?
I think I'm lost.
Where are you lost?
I was there at the green AWS button. When I
Uh-huh.
click, the window
Mhm.
that it shows me is that the credentials in your login were invalid. Please contact your administrator.
Try refresh.
Okay.
Well, sorry for that. All right, guys. How many of us are in our console? Okay. I want to share. Good. I want to share my console window, but I'm going to show you how screen. Let me share entire screen. So for those of us who are using Edge, there's this split screen that we have here. There's this split screen. I don't know if you guys can see it. When you use this feature to split screen, you can just select on where you want to split screen. For example, I'm in Vocarium. I want to split screen and view my console. The reason why I want to split screen is so that I can be able to read the instructions from launching task 1, launching an EC2. So I know going to being, it's hard to go from one tab to another, So instead of moving from tab to tab, what you can do, you can just split your screen so that you can be able to see the two tabs side by side. And if you're using Chrome, there's an extension that you can use to that you can use to split your screen. So if it's going to be easier for you to split screen, or even just view your window side by side, so that you can be able to follow through the follow through the labs easily, just do it. So I want to join the meeting with my phone so that you can see if you guys will have any comments. All right, sorry for that. All right, so we can just go ahead. I'm going to share my entire screen so that we do the lab together, okay? All right. All right. So for this lab, we are tasked with, I hope you guys can see both my screens for Vocarium and for the console. If you are, kindly gives me, yes, I can see. All right, so the very first task, who can read for us the first task? What is it saying? This one for launching EC2 instance. Anyone, just unmute and just read. Just read number 5. Yeah, people. People. No one wants to read.
Number 5, hello, Lama.
Yes, number 5.
In the AWS Management Console on the services menu, choose EC2.
Okay. So everyone come and choose your EC2. My EC2 is right here. And it's going to open. Is everyone here?
Joy, me, I'm not
Yes.
there.
Where are you?
I am here at the console home, but I'm seeing different different
right.
view with yours.
It's okay. Just okay. On the search right here, on the top left, there
Yes.
is a search bar. Just type
Yes.
EC2. Just type EC2, and then click the very first one that will come, written EC2. Are you here?
Yes, yes. It's
Okay.
loading. Let me see. Okay. Yes, I think I'm there.
Okay. So I hope everyone is here. I hope everyone is here. I don't want to leave anyone behind. So the next one, it says
Mine is
yes,
Joy.
yes, yes, Daniel.
Mine is still loading.
It's okay, it will come.
Okay. Mine has loaded.
Okay. All right. I hope everyone is in this page. I want us to go step by step. Okay. So now the next step we're going to do is I want you to look for a bright orange button written launch instance like mine and click it. So an instance is like your own virtual private server where you want to do something with. Say you want to use it as a database server, as an application server, you want to host your website. We want to launch an instance. Okay, that's an instance. So in the EC2, it enables us to launch instances that we can use as our servers, as our virtual private servers. So once you click launch EC2, launch an instance, there is now this page. We are supposed to fill it. So just wait for the putty. We're going to use it after we've launched our instance. Once we have a public IP. Okay. All right. So right here we need to name our instance, and we've been given a name. So in number 8, it's saying in the names and tags pane, in the name box, enter web server. Can you guys see this? So enter web server, copy it, and come paste it on your name and tags. So name your instance as web server. I hope everyone is there. If you're there, thumbs up. If you're not there, kindly type on the chat. I don't want to leave anyone behind. So ensure that you here on the name and tags, name it web server. And then, guys, remember when we were talking about images? An image is something that has all the configurations. Remember we were saying an AMI, it has all the configurations that you'll need, right? So for Amazon, they also have their own images for operating systems. For example, there's for Amazon Linux, there's for Mac OS, there's for Ubuntu, there's Windows Server, there's Red Hat, there's SUS Linux, there's Debian, you know. These are all images of operating systems that they have. So let me give you an example. You have your computer, you have your laptop, and you want to have a Linux OS. What you do, see, you go and ask your friend to give you a flash disk or a hard disk, and then you come plug it on your machine, and the entire configuration follows, right? See, that's what most of us do. Or in our golden days, we used to have compact discs, CDs. So we'd have a CD for Kaspersky, we'd have a CD for Windows, we have a disc for Microsoft Office, all those are images stored in one place so that it is easier for you to um, configure something easily. So an Amazon image, for example, right here, all right, for example, right here we have different images of operating systems that you can use. But for this lab, we are going to use the Amazon Linux image. So don't change anything. And as you can see, it's a Linux 2023. You see Amazon machine image, right? So just leave the AMI as it is. And then I want you to scroll down to somewhere you'll see instant type. Instant type. Can you guys see instant type?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So instant types. There are different types of instances. And for example, so instance types are categorized with the usability. For example, what is all right, so instant types, you can choose an instant type depending on what you want. For example, they're categorized in terms of memory, processing power, disk space and disk type, and network performance. For example, we have different types of instance types. We have general purpose. For example, like the ones that you're going to be using for the next few labs, they are general purpose. You will hear of T2 micro, T3 micro, you know, there are different classes of, let me just show you right here. There, and there are some that are not. What's up with my mouse? Please give me a second. I go pick. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Can you guys see my screen? So, as you can see here, there are different instance types. So we have T3 micro, T2 micro, T2 small. Who can tell me between T2 micro and T2 nano, T2 micro and T2 small, which is the biggest?
Small.
Or rather, yes, T2 small is bigger than T2 nano. T2 nano is very, very small. You can see it has 1 vCPU and 0.5 gigabits of memory, versus when you compare T2 micro, it has 1 vCPU, but the memory is slightly bigger, so it's 1 gigabit GB of memory. And then we have T2 small, it's 2 GB of memory, you see? So they're different, they're different, they're different classifications of the instance types. So there's a general purpose, for example, that the T2 micro, the T3 micro. And the video is off. Okay. And then we have compute optimized. So imagine this as you have an application that needs a lot of compute power. You'll go for a compute optimized instance type. If you need a memory optimized instance, say you need you're running a server that needs a lot of memory. You're going to go for a memory optimized instance type. If you need accelerated computing, same case. And they are, so instance type categories, there's the general purpose, compute optimized, memory optimized, and storage optimized, and accelerated compute instances. Each instance category offers many instance types. For example, if you're going to go for if you have like a very big database, you're going to go and pick storage a storage optimized instance type. For example, when you look at these, you guys have seen a few of these, right? And we've said the family, okay, they are okay, this is how they're named. There's number one, the very first thing that you're going to be reading, whether it's T or M or all those, that's the family name. And then there's the number, that's the generation number, and then there's the size. Okay. And there's no point of cramming all this, especially now that you're just doing cloud computing. When you go to solutions architecting, that's when it will be important for you to know the difference and when to use what. So all right, so for example, for the general purpose instances, we have the A class, the A family, M family, and the T family. So general purpose means it's balanced compute, balanced memory, balanced storage, balanced, everything is balanced. That's for the general purpose. You can use it for anything. That's why we are using it for our class right now. And we have compute optimized. So let's say you need a lot of processing power. You can go for the C class. There's the C4 and the C5. If you need a memory optimized, say you're running several instances at the same time and they're running batches of data, you can use, or even just in memory database, you need to cache in a lot of data. You can use the R and X and Z family are for memory optimized. And if you're in machine learning, I know a good friend of mine in this class who is running models on models. You can use the F, the G, and the P family of instance types. And if you need a whole load of storage, you can use the D, H, and I classes. All right. So I think we can now go ahead now that we've known about the instance type, and we are going to choose our instance type. So we're going to use the T3 micro, right? Select a T3 micro instance. So that's the default one that we have right here. And for some of the general purpose instance types, they are eligible for free tier. So if you go and open your own AWS account, you can be able to use this for free. So I hope everyone is here. If you are, kindly let me know. Thumbs up or just type on the box on the chat. No one is there? Very nice, very nice. Okay. So next we go to key pairs. All right. So think of, okay, Amazon EC2 uses public key cryptography to encrypt and decrypt login information. To log into your instance, you must create a key pair. Okay, for those of you who are going to use Putty, you're going to have your own pairs. You're going to have like a key that you're going to use to configure your your Putty. And also for those of us who are going to use Linux, or even those who are using Mac, you're going to also need a key pair. So key pair is for decrypting and encrypting your keys, your login credentials. So right here, we've been told in number 12, this time we're going to proceed without a key pair, because for this lab it's not necessary, but for the subsequent labs we are actually going to create our own key pairs here. So but for this lab we do not need a key pair. Okay, so just click on the key pair name and select proceed without a key pair. Once you're there, I want each one of us to click. The next part we have is the network settings. So the network settings, here we're going to configure things like security groups. And we said security groups are the firewalls to our instances. They're going to let traffic either in or deny traffic into our instances. So we're going to click edit. We're going to click edit, and once we've clicked edit, okay, in the network setting, choose edit, and then we're going to choose on the VPC right here, VPC required. We are going to choose the one that is created for this lab called the lab VPC. It's the first lab VPC, the VPC that's there. And who can tell me we said VPC is what? Who can tell us what a VPC is? We mentioned it last week. Just type on the chat or unmute. Yes, it's a virtual private cloud. Yes. Yes, so this is your own virtual private network on the cloud. This is somewhere you've set for yourself, just a small part of the network that your instance, yes, for networking purposes, that your instance is going to be in. So for this lab, we've been created for a VPC, and we're not going to dive into VPCs because we're going to learn it in a later date. So today, just click on lab VPC, and once you click on lab VPC, all right, on the subnets, who will read for us number 15? Slowly, you can just unmute.
Still, in the network settings pane, configure the security group as follows. Security group name required web server security group. Description security group for my web server. I continue.
All right, yes, just continue.
A security group acts as a virtual firewall that controls the traffic for one or more instances. When you launch an instance, you associate one or more security groups with the instance. You add rules to each security group that allow traffic to or from its associated instances. You can modify the rules for a security group at any time. The new rules are automatically applied to all instances that are associated with the security group.
Thank you so much, Amy. All right, so we've learned that a security group is our virtual firewall on the instance, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to name Remember right here, we are launching our very first instance. What we did first, we gave our instance the name, we chose the operating system that we want. And so we chose a name for our instance. We chose the operating system that we want, which is Amazon Linux. We chose the instance type. We want a T3 micro, a smaller version of the T family. And then we proceeded without a key pair for this time because we do not need to to do a lot of things with it. Next, we came to the network settings. So for the network settings, we need to have a firewall for our instance. We need to protect our instance. We don't want people who are not who do not have authority to access our instance. Okay, so what we do, we're going to give our name. Can you guys see there's a security group name here? Give it this name here that we've been given in number 15 and the description as well.
May I
Yes,
ask a
Musembi?
question?
Yes.
Is the naming sensitive to capitalization? Is it case sensitive?
No, so this is just a name for your security group. It's just a name. It's
Okay,
just okay. Yeah.
thank you.
All
So,
right.
a question for the key pair. What key pair name have you chosen?
We have not chosen any key pair. We've said proceed without a key pair. Here, proceed without a key pair. Okay.
Joy,
Yes.
what about the subnet?
All right. Just leave the subnet as it is because that is on the networking. And we already were given it was already preset for us for this lab, so we are not doing anything on networking apart from just the security groups, the firewall.
Mine is not preset. I can see no preference.
All right, did you choose lab VPC required? Did you choose lab VPC?
No, for that one I had a default one.
No, now go to lab VPC, don't go for the default one.
I can only see that one, that default one.
Which lab
Yes.
are you in?
How can I confirm which lab is this?
Is it the one that we are all doing, all of us, the 11?
Yeah, I think yeah.
And you cannot say lab VPC?
No.
Someone is
Introduction
saying,
to Amazon EC2.
yes, someone is saying you click edit. Where? Nicodemus, where?
Well, I think the edit button was on networking side, that is at the end, on the right. Yeah, before now we can.
Oh, yes. Actually, did you click the edit button on the right of the networking settings, network settings?
Network settings. I can't see an edit button anywhere here.
Did you click it before?
I think I did.
Okay. Are you able to edit the name of the security group? Here.
Yeah.
Are you able to give it this name?
Yeah, actually I've given it that name.
All right. And when you still come here on the VPC required, you are not seeing lab VPC?
No.
Why? It's okay. Just go with the default one. It's not as it won't change much.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so on the security group, we have given it a name and a description, and I hope everyone has given it a name and a description. And then we've been told in number 16, under the inbound security groups, select remove. So we're going to remove inbound. So right here, can you see this button written remove? Just click on it. Inbound. Inbound means letting traffic into your instance. Outbound means letting the data or even just your instance to access the people who you want to give it permission to access. For example, you can have an inbound security group that allows SSH, that allows access from TCP, that allows access from the internet. Okay, so what we have done for this particular lab, we have removed inbound security groups. Who can tell me what that will do to our instance? Anybody tell me what this one will do to our instance? Could you repeat? Okay, so and in number 16, when you're setting up our instance, we've been told to remove the security group rule. And we have removed, okay? And we have said inbound security rules will allow traffic into your instance, okay? So if you have an inbound security rule that you allow SSH, that you allow TCP, that you allow HTTP, that you allow HTTPS, it means that people from all over the internet or all over, or even who have your SSH or else who are going to use TCP, they're going to access your instance. But because we have removed, what is it going to do for us? Who can tell me? Yes, we cannot be able to access our instance via SSH. Okay. Yes, that's what it means. All right. I hope everyone has removed. All right. Step 6, configure storage. Okay. Who's going to read for us step 6? Just a second. I switch off. Who's going to read for us step 6?
Step 6. Amazon EC2 stores data network attached virtual disk called Amazon Elastic Bookstore. You launch the EC2 instance using a default 8 GB disk volume. This is your root volume, also known as a boot volume.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So remember, guys, last week we said that the storage for EC2 instances is called Elastic Block Stores. Elastic Block Store. Okay, EBS. EBS is the storage for EC2 instances. You guys, do you remember? Okay, do you guys know what happens when you power on your machine? What happens? Who can tell me the process of, or even just an overview of what happens when you power on your machine, your laptop, or your computer? What happens? Anyone? Anyone can take a wild guess. What happens when you power on your machine? So, anyone? What? The OS is booted from the hard disk. Oh, exactly. So, for us to be able, power on self-test, exactly, Amy. So, what happens is the moment you power on your machine, electrical energy is taken to your machines and everything is started. And then everything is powered on. And then there's a storage that holds your bootloader, that holds this information that's going to help your OS to boot up. Okay, so for our case, we have an EBS. So EBS is going to store our bootloader. It's going to be what we're going to store our data in. All right. So for this assignment, we are just going to leave it as it is. So we're just going to, right here, as you can see on my screen, it is 8 GB and we're using GP3. So for the classes of EBS, we're going to learn them a bit later on. But for now, we're going to leave the volume, the block store EBS as it is, the storage volume as it is. Okay. Hi. I hope everyone is here.
Joy.
Yes.
Ella, kindly
Hello.
come again about Ella. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Come again about EBS.
Okay. EBS. All right. We have three in a big overview. We have three storage services in AWS. We have S3, we have EBS, and we have EFS. Okay. And we said S3, you go there, you store your data. It has 11 nines of durability. You can store as much data as you can. You know, it's for storage. Then we have EBS. EBS, it's the storage for EC2. Okay. EBS, Elastic Block Store, it's the storage for EC2. And then we have EFS. EFS, it's for file sharing. Anytime that you see sharing files, think of EFS. Anytime you see storage in EC2, think about EBS. All right? So that's about EBS. For our class today, that's enough. We're going to learn this a while later on in depth. So for EC2, we have configured storage. You don't want to, okay, imagine this. We want to have a virtual machine, a virtual laptop, a virtual computer on Amazon. We are launching our virtual computer. So we have already chosen our OS. We have already chosen our 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 instance type. Think of it like the way people will go and choose I want Core i7, I want 256 GB SSD. It's exactly what we are doing. So now instead of now choosing 256 SSD, that type of storage, we are choosing it right here in our EBS. Instead of choosing Core i7 for your processor, as we went and chose T3 Micro, right? So that's exactly what we're doing. We are setting up our virtual computer, our virtual machine on the AWS. Sawa. I hope everyone is okay with that. Now, is everyone okay? Next, I want us to click this button. Do you see advanced details here? Click on it and there's termination protection. Just scroll down after advanced details, there's termination protection. On termination protection, click enable. We enable termination protection and then scroll down and come to this large box written user data optional. And I want you to copy this code on instruction number 29. Now, who can tell me what this code does? Those who are good with Linux. You can just unmute. Anyone? Yes, it installs Apache server. And then, all right, we can start. So guys, this here is called, all right, this is like a small script that's going to run when we set up our server, when we set up our machine. Could you paste it here? All right. There you go, Gideon. So what this means is it's going to install HTTPD is Apache server. So this is a script we can see from this. It's going to install Apache server, and then it's going to enable it. So even when we close our server and restart it, when we stop our server and then start it, it's going to start our Apache server. And then it's going to type, yes, it's a shebang. Thank you. I was trying to remember the name, Salim. Thank you so much. So this is a shebang. You use it when you're creating scripts, and a script is just one file that you click that you create, and when you run it, it's going to perform an action for you. All right. So this script is going to install an Apache server, and it's going to enable it so that when you restart your machine or anything, it's going to start automatically. And then when our server is launched, we can be able to see this message, hello from your web server. We can be able to see that message. So that's what it really means. After you've done that, guys, do you remember number one? I hope you guys have enabled protection. Have you enabled protection? When you enable termination protection, it means that your EC2 instance won't be terminated by mistake. Okay, it won't be terminated by mistake. So I'm going to give you, you can click launch instance. We are done.
Joy,
Yes.
hiyo part ya enable where?
Hiyo sio yetu. Hiyo ni iko kwa hii small part tumeka kwa user data. I was just explaining what it means. I hope kila mtu ameweka kwa user data na amepress launch instance. And I hope you guys can see this success message. If we are here, let me know. Show me by show of hands or just thumbs up. If you are not here, let me know in the chat so that we know where you are.
So I have tried to launch mine and it's saying instance launch failed. You are not authorized to perform this operation.
Which lab are you in?
I am in the EC2 one, the one lab 11.
Why has it said failed? Same thing. Why? All right. Can you guys tell me what you've done? Have you gone with me step by step?
Yes.
Able try to redo it again.
Mine has also failed.
Why? That's interesting.
On the subnet part and on the auto assign public IP.
Oh, yeah. The time. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys. Oh no. Thank you so much. Yes, this was reminded me of the time. Thank you, Salim. So, guys, all right. So on your vocarium, I forgot to remind you guys. I forgot. So the vocarium is timed. Yes, the vocarium is timed. Okay. Yes, the labs are timed. And once the lab is the lab time is over, it means that your whatever you are to do, you have finished, or so what you do is, before your time is up, for example, like even mine is at 00, before your time is up, you click start lab. Okay, so I'm going to remember next time to remind you, before your lab time here is up, you can start the lab at 30 minutes. Even if you see imebakisha like 10 minutes, just go ahead and start the lab. So you guys whose EC2 instances have failed to launch, kindly start lab again and start lab again. Okay, it's going to say account still in cleanup for a while. So just wait for it to finish cleanup and then start lab, and then proceed with the lab. Okay.
So does that mean we'll have to redo again from the start?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Mine has an issue on the subnet part.
Okay, what is it saying?
Um, it's saying no subnets found. Either this account has no subnet in the region, or an invalid search has been entered. Please create a new subnet or refine the search query.
Um, all right. Do you have a VPC? Which VPC are you using?
What?
VPC. Just before the subnet, there's a VPC. Or you've already clicked launch. Amy?
Yes? Oh, not yet.
Okay, not yet. All right. So on the VPC, which VPC did you choose?
I chose the lab VPC.
And why is that? Why is that? I'm not so sure why it should be saying that yet. All right. And Patrick is asking about your timer. What time is it on your timer?
Mm, I don't know. How do you check the timer?
All right. You see where we were reading instructions right here.
Oh, it's three. I don't know. It's like three minutes.
All right, just start labs kabla iishe, and then just go back and restart. I'm not so sure why it's saying that doesn't have
A
Joy,
subnet.
yes, yeah,
naona my time is 00 na imelaunch.
labda imelaunch after because hata yangu imelaunch na pia time imeisha, so I have to wait for account cleanup.
Joy,
Yes,
can I ask you a question?
yes.
I managed to run the configuration until to the last time until I got a confirmation that my instance was running successfully. Then I got terminated again. So when I come here to launch an instance again, I see I have a summary of one instance.
And what's the name of your instance?
Let me check. I'm not seeing the name.
What are you seeing? What are you seeing?
Can I share my screen? I think I'm back to where we were creating a new instance, launch an instance or that.
All right. If you're there,
Yeah.
what are you seeing?
Summary. I'm seeing launch an instance on the right panel. I'm seeing a summary number of instances. 1, software image AMI, virtual server type, T3 micro, firewall security group, all that.
All right.
And
So
then
you
predict
want
one.
to relaunch your instance.
I'm not.
Come again. Yeah, I have lost you, Mark. Was it Mark? Was Daniel? I've lost you.
Joy.
Yes.
I'm still stuck on the subnet part. I'm being
Mm-hmm.
told to specify a custom value.
Able take a screenshot for me. Who is this? Leonard. Once you click on the subnet, we are not even supposed to click on the subnet. Able click on the subnet and screenshot for me.
Joy,
Yes.
I have a question. Since my time has elapsed and I'm trying to start the lab again, it's saying that the account is still cleaning up. Am I supposed to wait, or is this like a technical problem, or what exactly is happening?
I know. So Vocarium takes a while to clean up the sandbox environment. So what you can do, just keep on refreshing. You can just refresh your tab, your Vocarium tab, and wait for it. There's nothing really much you can do about it. We just have to wait kidogo.
But for sure, we'll get another instance to do it again, eh?
Yes, we'll have to redo everything from scratch. I think it's good so that we'll get to understand everything that you're saying. Excuse me. Brian, same what's up. Even mine is still on cleanup. So let me see what you can do. Daniel, wewe ndo unaumiza keyboard hivyo? Kindly mute yourself.
It's okay.
Let me check for Amy. And what happens when you click Amy? What happens when you click the down key there on the subnet?
Okay, it's telling me to specify a custom value.
And what is there?
There's nothing.
There's nothing on the. Oh, no subnets found. Why? I think we'll have to redo it again with you.
Okay,
Same
no
as, I don't know why it's bringing no subnets yet. The VPC has a subnet. No, it's supposed to show you public subnet 1 and public subnet 2. Leonard, it's supposed to show you public subnet 1 and public subnet 2. Mhm. So, account still in cleanup, eh? Let's suffer together. All right, so we can just go back to the notes. We had done whose lab is ready? Whose lab has finished cleanup? All right, so let's just read like the good old days. After refreshing, do I click start lab? Yes. All right.
Can we submit the lab?
Have you finished? Who is that?
Mohammed.
Have you finished?
Yes.
30 minutes. Justin, it's going to take 30 minutes. All right. So Mohammed, after has yours launched?
Yes.
All right. Please go to your vocarium and start the lab so that you get a little bit more time, and you can follow through before you submit. Just follow through the instructions on the vocarium up to the point you'll see end lab, and then you can submit. If you
Okay.
submit halfway, you won't get the mark.
بي كان يوم ساكن كان كل هاي سلي كان يقول كده أنا لا لو كان في ما تكون
Mohammed, kindly mute.
I have a question.
Okay.
Can you redo the lab?
Yes. As many times as you want.
Okay.
So Patrick is giving us a little hack there that will be important for us. And Patrick, you can unmute and explain to us.
Hi, Joy. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So, I remember that as you continue doing this lab, some labs are quite long, quite long. So sometimes it helps for you to read through the entire lab from beginning to end, know the steps that are involved, and then look at the time, and then now pace yourself. You see, pace yourself, because it is disheartening to do like this one had five tasks. You'll get one that maybe has 8 or 10 tasks. Then you've done all the way to task 8, and then you're timed out. And then now you have to redo everything from the beginning. So it's important to pace yourself and also check the instructions. And then we will also try that hack that Joy has given us. We were not given that hack, the one that you can actually bypass the timer by restarting the lab before it terminates so that you don't get kicked out. I think that will also help, because you'll meet long labs. That one I promise you, long labs are coming. So we better prepare early. Thanks, Joy. Back to you.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you so much. And you can redo the labs as many times as you want. Mine is still in cleanup. I think I'm just going to let it be like that, but we can just go ahead and learn a few things before it actually finishes up cleaning up. Start from the first step, please. Ulipotea wapi? Number 1, purity. You see just the way this, okay, do this, go. You see on your vocarium, let me just share the screen. Purity. On this vocarium for the lab, just scroll through from task 1. Okay, this is exactly what we were doing. So we went and launched an EC2. We launched an instance, and then we gave our instance a name. We chose an image which carries the operating system that we chose, and we chose Amazon Linux. And then we chose an instance type, which was T3 Micro. After that, on the configuring a key pair, we proceeded without a key pair. And then on the network settings, we clicked edit. On the edit, choose on the VPC part, choose lab VPC. After lab VPC, scroll down, you'll see security groups, and give your security groups a name. We want to create a security group, so you'll create a security group and give it a name and a description. And then under it, we are going to remove inbound security group roles, because as part of this assignment, or rather lab, we want to see what happens when you don't have inbound access, you don't have access to the internet, right? And then from there, we chose an EBS volume. We left it as it is, which was the 8 GB volume disks. And then from there, on the advanced details, we copied this script data, this script code. We copied it to our user data, and then we clicked launch. After we clicked launched instance, then we got this message that your instance is ready to use. Okay. So from there, the next thing that we would have done was to now figure out how we were to go through the EC2 instances. Okay. I hope that's okay, Purity. Just go and do it with the Vocarium Lab. Karibu sana. Mhm. I've tried starting the lab and it says still in cleanup. Yes, Amy. Yes, it will say that for quite a while before we get going. Justin was asking how many times you can start lab, as many times as you want. All
Yes, Brenda.
right. Yes.
Can I ask a question? I remember Patrick had told us that if we see that the time is running out, we can always come back and click start lab. Will that interfere with what we are the current session we were in Vocarium?
For where we were already before earlier, or when you're in
Yeah, for
progress?
example, like if my time was almost to run out and I went back and clicked start lab, will my sessions be saved or I'll have to start again?
Unfortunately, we will have to start again. Brian, thank you for the tip. So you're telling us to open incognito mode. Should we try?
Yeah, we can try.
All right, everyone, let's open our incognito mode. Let me see. Just a second, I see where the lab is and open. So, sure. Let me log in. You guys, who's willing to try? We can try together. Let me just log in quick fast. All right. So as it's opening, thank you, Brian, for the tip. How many of us are trying it out?
Actually, I see it might be working.
Okay.
Joy,
Yes.
I think it's what.
All right. And who else has tried it out? Frank, it works okay.
Yeah, it's working.
Joy, mine says my credentials to the login link are invalid.
Make sure that you, because it's incognito, it doesn't like have your name. So log in with your canvas again.
No, I'm not using the incognito. I'm just using my normal.
Who is this? Who is that?
Sandra.
Oh, Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Come again, please.
I'm not using incognito. I'm just using the normal one, but it's saying my login link, the credentials in my login link are invalid.
What are you looking to?
I've just clicked the lab or Invocarium.
Okay.
When I click Start Lab, the green button on AWS.
Okay. So it has taken you to the console.
Yeah, but when I got to the console, it says credentials in your login link were invalid.
Okay, so do this. Just log out of the console. Log out of the console.
Okay.
Yes, and then try again.
Okay.
All right. Add a few.
Imekubali.
Okay. Anyone else? Let me see what you're saying in the chats. Mine came back. Nice. Habakkuk, nice. You waited for the cleanup. I love your patience. You learned a great deal on Thursday. Very good, Sharon. Very good. We should all clap for Sharon. Let's clap for Sharon. She has good patience. Right. Actually, mine is also back. I think I'm just going to use that. Okay. So who else is back? Mine came back. Okay, Habakkuk. So we can continue, right? Mine is still not yet green. Whose is green? Who is ready?
For me, it's still cleaning up.
Okay. You can decide to wait for it or go the incognito mode. Okay, so guys, can we go back to the lab? Mine is still not yet though, it's still yellow. Bethlehem, you can just unmute and say hi. It's been a minute, we've not heard your voice.
Joy.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, Bethlehem.
So I accidentally closed my, what do I call, my console.
It's okay. You can just restart it.
When I restart my Vocarium, the timer is 00 0.57.
All right, kindly restart.
Again.
Click hapo kwa start lab kabla ifike kwa 00. And then if you closed accidentally, you can just go to history and find your tab and then go back to it.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, whose is green? For Amy is green. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else? If yours is green and you'd want us to continue, kindly type on the chat. Meanwhile, as we wait for some of ours, let me just share this screen. Sembi, utamwaga mtama. He? Na sisi hatutaweza kukusaidia jameni.
What's happening? Oh, I'm not.
Time itawaishia tena. Hapana, tumejua sai we restart before. Shared a file in the meeting. Albi, you shared something. Let me check.
Joy,
Yes?
I ran with incognito mode and forgot computing.
Yes? Good,
I
Abby.
ran incognito and forgot
And forgot to?
to mute.
Oh, it's okay, it's okay.
Joy.
Yes?
Mine both in incognito and the other one are on green. Saa hiyo inaweza kuwa issue.
Hapana, haiwezi kukuwa issue. As long as you're uko moja actually itakataa juu umelogin like na nini.
Okay.
All right. So let me see here. I want to open my instructions so we can just share, move ahead. All right. Stuck at 7. Okay, so we are coming to you, Alex. Don't worry about it. All right, so guys, let's go and launch our another instance. Sorry for the mishap. Sorry, I forgot. Mine is 4 minutes already. You can just restart it if you're not confident, but we'll go a bit faster right now because we know what to do. All right, so yeah. All right. So we are going to choose EC2. Who is with me? Who is starting with me? So we are going to select EC2 and let me see if we have our instances ama zimepotea. Sorry, instances. It was saved, you guys. Hallelujah. Oh, it was terminated. Oh boy. It's okay. So we're just going to launch another one. Okay. It has a termination. Okay. Oh, guys, was there anyone who had already launched an instance and then, time did the thing? Was there anyone? I'd like to do this with you. Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
I've managed to launch mine again using incognito mode. The first one was terminated. The current one is running, and the status check is still initializing.
Okay. So, guys, I think we can go ahead then. Still enabled. Okay. All right, so we can just launch another EC2 instance. We go step by step. Finish up. So first thing, I don't know if you guys where you are, but the very first thing, we're just going to do what we did earlier. So we are going to come here, launch instance. Let me just minimize this. Yeah, and we're going to follow the instructions from task 1. Who else is starting with me? The very first task was to name our EC2 instance as WA. Awesome, Gail. As web server. Let me see. Stuck at 6. Okay, we're going to meet you there, Sharon. You and Alex. Okay. So we're going to name our instance as the web server. We are going to go with Amazon Linux 2 and T3 Micro. We are going to proceed without a key pair. And on the network settings, we are going to click Edit. We are going to go with Lab VPC. And when we go with Lab VPC, we are automatically sent to public subnet 2. So we do not touch that. We're going to give our security group a name. And a description. All right, and then we are going to remove inbound security group rules. Sharon, was it Sharon who stuck in? Yes, Sharon, I hope we are together now. So here is where we configure our storage. We're just going to leave it as it is. Configuring storage, we're just going to leave it as it is, okay? And then click Advanced Details and enable termination protection. You guys have seen I was trying to terminate an instance kakata. It's because there's termination protection enabled. And then scroll down to user data. We are going to copy this script. Yes.
Hapo kwa enable, level kidogo rudi hapo.
All right. So on advanced details, just scroll down and there's termination protection enabled. So guys, something you might get yourself, say you get maybe an organization that needs you to manage their AWS infrastructure. And part of their infrastructure, they have EC2 instances. And these EC2 instances, they are actually carrying their entire workload there. So remember, maybe they can have remember last week we saw S4HANA DB. Maybe someone is using a HANA database, someone else has, maybe the same organization has EC2 instances for their websites, another EC2 instance for their application, several instances. And the instances cannot be deleted because that's the entire organization. That's the lifeline of the entire organization. For example, let's say Jumia. Let's say Jumia is using EC2 instance to hold its application servers, okay? It has several instances, say like 3 instances running, and they all have their applications on the EC2 server, running on their EC2 servers. So in case one of the EC2 instance is terminated, or all of them, what does that mean for Jumia? It means there's no business because the entire job is online. All right. So to enable termination protection, it actually means that you are protecting this instance that it won't be deleted because this is the lifeline of the organization. It can never be terminated. Okay. So that's the function of termination protection. All right. So we come and copy paste the user data. And as I told you, this is just a simple script to install and enable and run Apache web server. Okay. And once we get a public IP, we're going to log into it and we're going to access our server. All right. Once this is done, who was Alex? Alex Kadoro. Are you okay? Alex and Sharon, talk to me. Are you guys okay? We left you at point 6 and 7, step 6 and 7.
Hello, Joy.
Yes, Leonard.
Okay, I had my network connectivity, so I had to restart again the whole process. So I'm in process, the one that is network settings, the VPC. When I select the drop-down menu, I can't see the select lab VPC.
You cannot see lab VPC?
Yeah. So I don't know.
Why? Okay, just go with the default. I'm not so sure why, because it should be there, but just go with the default. What are you seeing there? It's the default and which one?
Okay. So when I click the VPC required, what I'm seeing is just the VPC, then dash 0, a certain number, then into bracket, that is the default one.
Okay, just go with it because we really don't have any other option.
And then the subnet, I select the interesting. Oh no preference. That's what I wanted to confirm first of all, because I ran the instant until the end, but hii part ndo sikuwa naona like the lab VPC.
Gideon also had the same issue earlier, and I remember even, was it Amy? All right.
Joy,
Yes.
can I speak?
Yes, please.
After running mine, it has completed. The instance state is running. The instance type is T3 micro. And then status check is 3 out of 3 checks passed. So after that, am I supposed to submit that or proceed to task 2, whereby I'm monitoring my instances?
All right, just a second. Now we're supposed to proceed, but let's first ensure that everyone is okay. You can just leave it as no preference for Leonard.
Okay.
Yeah. And then once you are done with step 7, just click Launch Instance. And we wait just a little bit, and we have successfully initiated your instance. Okay, when you click instances here, you should be able to see your instance, and it should be running. Okay, let me just rename this other one. Okay, is everyone there? Do you have your instances running? What's the instance state of your instances? Just text me on the chat. And then we go to task 2. Running. Good, Habakkuk. Good, Gideon. Awesome, Musembi. Awesome, Abby. Very nice, Frank. Very nice, Angela. Very nice, Elfas. All right. Very nice, Ridge.
Joy,
Yes.
have you done something else after launching the instances?
No. We are now heading there.
Okay. Mine is running too.
Okay, very nice. So now, you guys, do you see right here? So the next part is to monitor your instance, okay? And like a good rule of thumb, ensure that your instance is okay, everything is working well. And we can do this by clicking this monitoring tab, okay? So down here, there's this tab written monitoring. It's after details, status and alarms, and we have monitoring. Do you guys see it? And you can see a few things. So this is a CloudWatch that's showing now. CloudWatch is a service. Let me just minimize this. CloudWatch is a service for monitoring. We mentioned this last week. So you can see CloudWatch in its best.
Excuse me, John. see monitoring.
Unaona, okay, unaona hapa pameandikwa instances.
Yeah.
Can you see your instances?
Yeah.
All right. Scroll chini, utaona kuna mahali pameandikwa details, status and alarms, monitoring, security, networking.
Sasa hiyo ndo hakuna. Naona like I can see select an instance na hapo chini sasa hakuna. There is nothing.
Okay, just lift. There's this separation of two pages. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm lifting this one up, putting it down, lifting up. Try and lift yours up so that you can be able to see it.
I can't. Sioni kitu.
Unaona nini after selecting your instances?
Well, I can see the.
Have you first select your instance?
Come again?
Select web server instance.
Okay.
Do you see something?
I see it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. A few people have not heard today. Felix, are you okay? Felix. Fan, have you been left behind? Are you okay? Ivy, Juliet. Mary, are you okay?
Joy,
Yes.
me, I'm not seeing this page of yours. Where it says that successfully initiated launch of instance.
All right, Aya. You can click here. You see this hamburger menu?
Which one?
This one.
Wait, dogo tu. Show me again.
This one. Can you see this?
Yes.
Click here and then come choose instances.
Okay. Okay, I'm right there.
Amy, kindly do the same. I can see you also. It's okay, just do the same, Amy. You go to the instances and then you come click you click on your web server instance and you're going to see here monitoring. Is that okay, Amy? Clinton, I hope you can see this. Yes.
Kindly repeat.
So come to the hamburger menu. Hamburger menu is the one that looks like 3 dashes. Click instances. Click instances. Once you click instances, it's going to bring you to this page where we are. So you're going to click on your web server, select it. All right. I hope everyone is here with me.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, and then come to monitoring. So anytime you want to monitor the health of your EC2 instance, you just come to monitoring, okay? And I hope that is okay with everyone. Okay, is that okay with everyone? All right, because you people have decided to be quiet this afternoon.
Joy.
Yes.
Yes, Alex. Advanced details. I'm trying to select the drop down.
Yes.
Hello. So it's saying
Hello. Yes.
user is not authorized to perform.
Drop down on what? Where are you?
The advanced details on the lab.
On the?
On the lab step 7, configuring advanced details.
You're in step 7.
Yeah.
And why is it not? Okay, you are just to copy. You are to copy that code to your user data.
Okay, so there when
You are to copy. Here, have you
expand
copied this?
the script.
Yes. Have you copied the script?
So I'm trying to select the drop down so that I can get the text box.
Okay, and when you click expand advanced details, did you enable termination protection?
Where?
After you click advanced details, expand advanced details pane, there was somewhere pameandikwa termination protection. Just scroll down. Just scroll down.
Who's that? Kindly unmute yourself. Who's that?
It's Alex. He's asking a question. It's Alex. He's asking a question. Okay, so Alex, on the advanced details, you just scroll down. There is termination protection. Make sure that you enable it and then scroll down. You're going to see a text box written user data. That's where you're supposed to paste this. Just copy and paste it. Copy this and paste it on the user data text box. You shouldn't be clicking anything else. Okay, on the user data. Scroll down, you're going to see user data.
Oh, I've seen it. Thank
Yes.
you.
Karibu. All right, so guys, now that we have been monitoring our instance here, another way we can be able to monitor. So monitoring, you're checking CPU utilization, whether your instance is using too much CPU or too less, or how is your network, how is your CPU usage. All this data, it's going to be important when you have several instances or you have something running on your instance and you want to know how is your instance doing. Do I need to have additional EC2 instances? Do I need to maybe go to a higher instance type, for example, a T3 small, or something. So this is where we do the monitoring. And another way that we can monitor is we can get an instant screenshot. So guys, up here, can you see actions? Just next to launch instance, can you see actions? If you can, click on it and then scroll down to monitor and troubleshoot, and then get instant screenshot. So this is going to give you you see, this is how your instance looks like. It's just kind of the same on what you have. So this is telling you what is going on with your instance. It's also another way um for seeing whether your instance is up and running. So we are just going to click cancel for this because we do not need to do a lot of monitoring. We do not have a lot of data. So now on task 3, we are going to update our security. So guys, on our web server, okay, on our instance, there's somewhere that has been written public IPv4 address. I hope you can see yours. I need you to copy your public IPv4 address, come to another tab and type, I need this to, you can just paste it, but then it will not, ours, remember, it's not secure, it's HTTP. All right, itaniletea, let me use this. So come and copy your public IPv4 address, paste it in a new tab. What are you guys noticing about
Joy,
your, yes?
excuse me, unaweza rudia kidogo hapo kwa kwenda kwa IPv4?
All right, so number 1, click on your web server. All right, down
Yeah.
kuna details. Mnakumbuka mali tulitoa monitoring, the very first
Yeah.
tab inaitwa details. Now look
Okay.
for somewhere written IPv4, public IPv4. Copy the IPv4 address.
Okay.
And then paste it on a new tab.
Thank you.
Is everyone there? I need a screenshot of what you guys are seeing.
I'll continue to cite.
Sorry, where do we paste it?
On a new tab. Rage, bypass mahali. Rage, what happened? You bypassed yours.
So it's saying this site can't be reached.
All right. And who else is like mine? It can't be reached.
Sam.
Yours too.
Yeah.
Oh no. Amy, what is yours saying? Yours too. Oh no. All right. So the reason why our site can't be reached is because you remember we removed all the inbound access to our instance server. Do you guys remember? And I told you your inbound access is the one that's going to let you inbound and your security group. It's the one that's going to enable your instance to access the internet. So we didn't have outbound for HTTP or HTTPS or even inbound, and we also removed SSH, so we cannot be able to access either using SSH or HTTP. Currently, we are using HTTP, and we cannot even be able to access our server. So let's go back and go. Guys, do you see here there's security? On this tab, there's some, after monitoring, there's security. Where is the new tab? Sharon, which new tab? We are still, there's this tab, sorry, it's not new, it's only that we've not gone through it. There's this tab called security. It's right after monitoring. I need you to click security. And as you can see, there's no inbound role and there's no inbound role, okay? So we cannot be able to access our server in any way whatsoever. So you guys, you see there's no roles. So what we can do, we come here on the hamburger menu and we look for security groups. It's under network and security. The very first one, retain security groups. Oh, okay, Rich. Okay, once you're in the security groups, You can see there's a web server security group here written written security group name. Just click on it. Is everyone there? I do not want to leave anyone behind. All right. And then, yes?
Okay, mine says AWS was not able to validate the provided access credentials on the security group part.
Okay, guys, start lab tusisahaulike tena. Come again, Amy.
On the security group part, it says AWS was not able to validate the provided access credentials.
Okay. The timer on your vocarium is
10.
all right. Kindly start your labs. Amy, what's the time on your?
So to start lab tena, I click start lab.
Just click start lab. To me, click now. I have 1 hour. All right. So Amy, what's the time on your vocarium?
Yes. I don't. It's like It's 4 minutes.
Oh, okay. So I start lab, and then tell me if you came to this hamburger menu under network and security, you choose security groups. Did you get there?
Yeah, that's where got. I went.
Okay. All right. And are you seeing the web server security group? Do you remember in was it step 3 or step 2, we created a security group called web server? Yeah. Can you see it on the security group names?
I cannot see it.
What can you see? What are the security groups that you're seeing? Can you see default?
No.
Are you seeing security groups? Are you in this page that I'm in?
Yeah, I'm in your page. I can't see.
Okay, what is this that you're seeing? What number are you seeing here?
It's blank. There's name, security group ID, security group name, but they're all blank.
They're all blank.
Yeah,
You didn't give yours a name?
I did.
Why is yours blank? It could be the last one, the very, very last one. It could be the very, very last one.
Oh, okay.
Yes, just rename it to your web security server security group. All right. So once we are all here, I want us to come here to inbound rules. Down here, there's a tab written after details, there's inbound rules. I want you to click edit inbound rules. And after you edit inbound rules, I want you to add a rule. And on the type, you choose HTTP. Yes. And then on the source type, anywhere. Okay. Just do that and then you save rules. And once you're done, come to your page and refresh. And you should be able to see hello from your web server.
Joy,
Yes.
hapo umeenda haraka kidogo. Umesema kwa source type ni
Anywhere.
IPv4 or IPv6?
IPv4. Anywhere IPv4.
Okay, then
Enjoy, go
after
back
that.
1 minute.
All
Enjoy.
right.
Go back
Yes.
1 minute. Go back 1 minute.
All
Niko hapo
all
kwa
right.
security nimeclick next.
Click security group yako. And
Nimeclick
then, yes, drag this up. After details, this inbound rules here.
Okay.
Come to inbound rules, and then I want you to edit inbound rules. All right?
Okay.
And once you edit, on the type, click HTTP. Just
No,
type HTTP. Yes?
HTTP where? Security
Just type.
pro. Okay, okay.
Aya, hapo kwa type, andika HTTP.
Wait, let me type.
On the type,
HTTP.
yes.
Okay.
Choose HTTP, and then on the source type, choose anywhere IPv4. On the source type, mali kuna custom, click and choose anywhere IPv4.
Let's source type. Anywhere. Anything else?
Have you chosen anywhere IPv4?
Yes.
And then hapa chini on the bottom right, click save rules.
Save rules.
Save rules. All right.
Okay. No, it's okay. I can see it.
All
Hello
right.
from that server.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice, good people. I hope no one is left behind. Very nice when our trainer is there with us. Thank you, Patrick. Evans, let me see what's going on. Where are you? Where is this? Evans. Apana. Evans. No. Here we are not to type anything. Just delete that. Scroll down hadi mahali utaona user data. That's where you're supposed to copy that data. Sharon, all right. Does it mean I should restart? When you start lab, you're given additional time. You don't need to restart. Hi, it's saying site can't be reached. Have you edited security groups, Gail and Annabelle? Kindly unmute to talk to me. Yes, you have. Then refresh your tab. This one. Refresh the one that has your IPv4. Just refresh it. All right, so now that we are done, let's go to task 4. So in task 4, we want to change our instance type. We want to go to a bigger one, and we want more storage from our EBS. So let's say we are carrying out lots of work on our instance. It's slowing down. It's so slow. What we can do, we can actually resize it to a step higher. Remember, we talked about elasticity, right? And we said when you hear about elasticity, think about blowing a balloon. When you blow a balloon, it can expand, right? Leonard, Noma ni gani? Very nice, very nice. We love seeing good progress. All right, so we said, yes, Bifale.
Sorry for cutting you short.
It's okay.
Nikiedit hapa kwa inbound rules, I should change the type and the source type, right?
Yes.
Just those two.
Just those two. Don't touch anything. Kwa type eka HTTP, source anywhere from IPv4. Only that, and then you save the roles. And then go to your browser. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Karibu. Once you're done, just refresh your browser. You should be able to see hello from your web browser, from your web server. All right. So guys, we said elasticity. One of the advantages that we have of AWS, there is elasticity, flexibility, scalability. So now let's say we have this EC2 instance that you're happily running around with, and you have so much workload and it is slowing. It's so slow. Like I remember kuna mtu alisema yeye ni wa i5 ama alisema ni wa H. Nani huyo alikuwa anataka kugawiwa memory or can't remember. So let's say you want to increase the capacity of your of your server, what do? You can resize your instance. Remember we said that T2 nano is smaller than T2 micro. T2 micro is smaller than T2 small. So right now we want to go to T3 small. It's kind of bigger than T3 micro. And then want to increase storage to your EBS. It was Musembi with his 4 GB RAM. Oh, Daniel, now imagine if you are working on EC2. Now let's get to there. So what we do, we will come here and we will go back to our instance. So just go to the hamburger menu and click instances. All right, click instances and select your web server, select your instance. All right, and you can see here the instance type is T3 micro. All right, so what we want, number one, we want to change the instance type. But before we do that, we need first to stop our server and then we can be able to change. Just like if you want to say, for example, add something on your machine, you just switch it off and then when you switch it on, it will be back. It's the same case scenario here. So what we're going to do, we are going to come to our instance state. I hope you have selected your web server. Instance state, come to up here. I hope you can see instance state and see stop instance. Just click stop instance and then click stop. And then successfully initiating stopping. And now it is in the stopping state. Wait for the instance state to change to stopped. Not stopping, but stopped. Higher. If you're there, let me know. No, if you're not there, let me know. If you're not there, let me know.
Joy, mine hapo kwa security groups, mine bado isemi hello, welcome to server, and I added the rule.
Okay, refresh tab yako inasema nini?
Bado inaniambia the site can't be reached, took too long to respond.
Okay, do this.
Yeah.
Type http :and 2 double slashes ndio iran na http tuone isikuwe ikiran na https.
Okay, let me check.
Okay, who is not here? Nani bado server yake ina run? We need it stopped. Okay. If we are there, then we are going to bado we have selected our web server instance. We are going to come and click actions on our actions. Okay, ensure that you have selected your instance. Click this button just before the instance. Can you see launch instance? Before it, kuna actions, an actions tab. Click on the actions tab and then instance setting, right?
No.
All right, on the instance setting, scroll down to change instance type. So ensure you've selected your server, then go to actions. On the actions, click instance settings. It will bring you to another drop down menu. Look for change instance type. All right. Click change instance type. And then right here, we are going to write T3 small. Just delete Gina micro, just delete the word micro and choose small. All right, scroll down and save, and then say change instance type. And we can see from my page, it's saying instance type changed successfully. Let me just refresh.
Joy, could
And
you
then,
repeat the changes kindly?
all right. So, for those who are there who already changed their instance type, you can go ahead and click your web server. All right. Very nice. As you can see, it's changed to small. All right. Click your instance. Click the name of your instance. Go to actions. I hope you're with me. Go to actions. Go to settings. Go to change instance type. Once you go to change instance type, instead of T3 micro, delete the word micro and write the word small. Once you've done that, click on change instance type. I hope everyone is there. And once you're there, then you can click actions. You can click instance state, and then you can say start instance. Let's restart our instance. It's successfully starting. And you can check your instance type. It's actually, once it's running, I hope yours is running. Next to it, you can see the instance type is T3 small. And remember, T3 small is bigger than T3 micro. I hope everyone is there. We move ahead to resizing our EBS volume.
Joy.
Yes? Yes, Befalin. Yes?
Hi.
Hi, you're breaking up. You're breaking. Befalin, you're breaking. Talk to me. Befalin, you're breaking. Kindly text me on the chat. I'm just going to read it. Resizing is locked. Let us get there, we see.
Joy,
Befalin, text me. Yes, text me on the chat, on the meetings chat. Yes,
Joy, you
yes.
said after resizing, we restart the instance again.
Yes, you go to instance state and then you click
No.
start instance.
Okay.
All right. Befalin, as I wait for your chat, for your text. Hi. Now that we have moved.
Joy, I think I'm audible now.
Yes, you are.
Oh, I was saying in the instance state, when I click the drop down arrow, the options I'm getting are not clickable.
All right. What are you doing? Number one, have you selected your server? Have you selected your server? Because if you do not select, it will not be clickable. Are you sorted, Befalin?
Yes,
All
yes.
right. All right. So, guys, now that we have moved our instance type from a micro to a small, let us then go ahead and increase the size of our storage. We want to add, remember, we had opted for 8 GB of data, right, of space of storage. So now let's go ahead and increase it to 10. What we're going to do, we are going to go to our hamburger menu, and then we are going to look for Elastic Block Store, right? And on the Elastic Block Store, we are going to click volumes. So go to the hamburger menu, Elastic Block Store, and then click volumes. Okay, so you can see we only have one volume. All right, what you're going to do, just click on the volume and then come click actions and then say modify volume. So we want to increase it to 10 GB. So on the size, you can either type from 8 to 10, or you just go with the arrow keys. You just move it from size 8, type 10, and then you click modify.
Joy, I have a question.
Yes. Yes.
Hapo niambia.
So for the like lazima ni stop the instance again ndo niende tena kwa
Yes.
volumes.
Yes, lazima ustop. Ukichange instance, lazima ustop. Ustop, uchange instance, alafu you start again.
I run again. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's why
All right.
nilikuwa
Okay. So let's do again. Number one, come on the hamburger menu and select Elastic Block Store, EBS, Elastic Block Store, and choose volumes. All right, choose volumes. Once you choose volumes, it's going to bring you to this page right here. You're going to select on your one volume, the one that you have. You're going to select it, and then you're going to click actions. We want to modify the volume, all right? So because you have not changed yours, just click on modify volume. Once you click on modify volume, go to size and type, instead of 8, rub 8, you type 10, and then click modify volume, modify volume. I hope everyone is okay. I hope we have now resized our ABS volume. Everyone is there with me? We can go back to the instances and go back to our web server instance and wait for everyone to tell me if they are with me. Is everyone with me? If you are with me, let me know. If you're left behind, kindly text on the chat. Joy, I have a question. Reg, I hope I have answered you.
Joy,
Yes?
I also have a question.
Okay.
After modifying volume, do you get an error saying about data lifecycle manager default policy for EBS snapshot status
No.
failed to?
Why? What are you doing?
Can I share screen?
No, because I will have to make you a host and then I will have to redo it.
Okay.
Just tell me what you did.
I just went and stopped the instance, then went to change from 8 GB to 10 GB.
Did you start your instance?
Oh, after that I forgot to restart the instance. Sorry, let me go back.
Okay, you can just start your instance. Come again?
No, it was just there's nothing actually mute.
All right. I hope everyone is with me. I hope everyone has changed their EBS volume to 10 and they have a bigger storage right now.
No,
Joy, could you come back to your
Yes?
I have a question.
All right.
Once you modify the storage, you cannot modify again.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Gideon, what happens if you don't stop the instance and modify? So the reason why we were stopping the instance is because we were changing the instance type. And for you, for the instance type to take place, we needed to stop and restart the instance. And Sharon is asked, Sharon, the volume is being modified. All right, that's okay. So guys, let's go back to our instances. Let's go back to our instance.
So, Joy,
Yes.
I didn't stop mine. So, does it mean that the modification I did not take any effect?
You tell us what happened.
Well, I did modify.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, na nikaona hapo 10 whatever.
GB.
Yeah.
All right. If it works, good for you. We are happy that it works.
Nice.
It did not work. It's still 8 GB. And I modified it.
Yeah.
Hello?
Why are you getting errors? Hi.
I modified it, but it is still 8 GB. It did not
Why?
change. I don't know.
You changed it to 10.
Yes.
You deleted the 8 and wrote 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Refresh page.
Haya, tumeambiwa refresh page. I'm looking at this image by Evans.
Joy,
Yes?
could you reshare your volumes page? I have a certain error hapa chini hapa kwa snapshot summary.
Kwa volumes.
Yeah.
What do you want to see?
In the snapshot summary, I think I have an error that says data lifecycle manager default policy for EBS snapshot status failed to fetch default policy status. Should that be a concern among?
Number 1, yako imechange size?
Yeah, naona 10 gigs.
Kama imechange, we are sorted. Wacha tuangalia hawa wenye zao hazija change kwanza tuone shida ni nini. Rage, what's going on? Those who modified without stopping should refresh the page. Thank you, Frank.
Yes.
Click the blue pop-up on the volume and it refreshes the size. Danke. This one right here.
Okay,
I hope
for
everyone is
Masina,
sorted. Yes?
I already stopped the instance. I stopped the instance and then I went to volumes. But when I click on that drop down for modifying volume, it's locked. For modify volume, it's locked.
You had tried it again?
Yes, I've
No
tried all
wonder.
three.
Yes,
Joy,
that's why. But it's okay. Yes?
after refreshing,
Hmm.
actually I had not refreshed. Yangu ime change to 10 GB, but I'm still getting the fail to fetch default policy status.
It's okay. Kwa systems check. Hiyo tuiache tu. It's okay. I don't know why yako inakataa.
Alafu unapewa 0 out of 1.
I am not so sure why.
About the snapshot summary.
We've not taken a snapshot, so it's okay.
Okay.
We've not taken a snapshot.
Okay.
We've not taken any snapshot. Someone was texting. Who was this who was sending a photo? So Gideon is saying when I go back to the instances, how can I confirm? As long as you saw it on the volumes, everything else does know it will work out. Don't worry about it. Yes, someone is calling me. Let's go back to our instances, guys. Yes, someone was calling me.
Joy.
Yes, Rich.
Now when I go back to the instance state to try and start the instance, iko locked sasa na I can't even start the instance.
Iko locked aje? Umeselect instance?
Yes.
Hapa hivi umeselect and then ukakuja instance state.
Okay, kwa sawa. Haya.
All right. So guys, now the next thing is all right. You remember when I told you that I was giving you an example of an organization running instances on EC2, and maybe by mistake you clicked terminate. Say hapa kwa instance state you wanted to hibernate, but unfortunately you clicked terminate. And then maybe you hadn't enabled termination protection. So the server na kazi ya wenyewe inaenda hivyo. What do you guys think will happen when a whole organization lost its server? Especially if it was a prod server, people. What will happen? Tell me. Eh? And it was on a Friday at 4 p.m. What will happen?
Backup.
So, backup, if you had backup. Well, so now I want you to go to instance state and then click terminate instance and then terminate. Control Z ni wewe, hakuna control Z hapa kwa cloud, hapa ni kuenda ukienda. Hakuna control Z huku. Huku you suffer in silence. So guys, I need you to go to instance state, terminate your instance, click terminate, and then you let me know. Are you getting an error like mine? What are you guys
No,
saying? You're getting an error?
successfully
Successfully.
initiated. Wait.
Failed to terminate.
Failed to terminate, all right? And it's because there, when we were setting up our instance, we enabled termination protection, all right? So even if by if a mistake happens and you terminate by mistake, it will not delete your instance. Yes? Who is talking?
So I have not clicked to terminate. Maybe you show me.
Joy, mine is terminated.
Hey, who is that who's terminating?
Do you terminate?
Company server. All right, how you terminate? How you terminate? Click on your instance. All right, click on your instance just the way we were changing instance state. Click on your instance and then click instance state. Scroll down, you'll see terminate or delete instance, and then you click it and then click the big orange button written terminate.
Joy,
Who's nani ameterminate?
Joy.
Afutwe kazi. Yes.
What I see on my snapshot here, the termination protection is already disabled.
Yours terminated.
Termination protection is disabled, so mine is terminated.
You did not enable it back there when you were setting up. When we were setting up our instance. Here, watch out. Let me show you. I hope you guys can see my screen. Right here. You remember when I was telling you on configuration on the advanced details, you select the termination protection and then you click enable. Okay.
Yeah.
This here that we enabled, it's the one protecting our EC2 instance from being terminated. All right, but it's no problem, Daniel. Now you have understood, you have learned what to do to ensure that your instance will not be terminated by mistake. Okay.
Sure.
All right. So people, what we do next is, because we want to terminate our EC2 instance, what we go is come here to actions. Everybody come to actions. Come to actions, select your web server instance, go to actions, instance settings, and then change termination protection. It's the second one. So actions, instance setting, and then change termination protection. And then you see it's clicked, it's selected enabled. I need you to deselect it, all right? And then termination protection disabled, and then click save. If you're done, type done. Not done human, but done DONE, done, like finished.
Could you please repeat?
All right, go to actions, select your web server, go to actions, insert settings, change termination protection. Pameandikwa where you'll see termination protection, ensure that it is not selected, then save.
Joy,
Yes.
mine says failed to describe disable API termination for
What are
you
you
don't have
doing? Where are you?
you don't have
Where?
permission to perform. Helen,
Hello, what are you doing? Where are you? Did
I'm
you
trying to terminate.
click? Oh, okay. Have
Yeah.
you this? Okay, then
No.
it's good that it's saying it's failed. So what you do, you come to
Mm-hmm.
actions, and then go to instance settings,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to change termination protection, and then
Alafu
you'll
hapa
see.
tunaambiwa bado hapo
Mm,
tunaambiwa you don't have permission. We can't disable it.
why?
You get in I don't know what nisome. Fail to describe the disable termination. You don't have permission to perform the describe internet
Oh,
image.
Yeah.
yes, it's your. All right. In your vocarium, mko na masaa mangapi?
Oh, imeisha.
Kindly start your labs. We are almost done. Just click start lab again. For those wenye yao haijaisha, we are almost there. All right. So thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Patrick. All right. So now that we have disabled termination protection, go again to instance state and then click terminate instance, and then terminate. What are you seeing?
Shutting down.
Very nice. Good things that you want to see.
Joy, I've not the last process.
All right. Have you, okay, click actions. Have you disabled termination protection?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Now go to instance state, select your web server, go to instance state, and then terminate or delete instance. Instance state, terminate or delete instance, and then terminate. And then you should see it terminated. So if you refresh, there's this refresh button right here. If you click it, you'll not see your instance. After a while, it will disappear. So guys, once you're done with that, go to your vocarium and click submit, because you finished your project, you finished your lab. just click submit. As you wait for it to submit, submit, are you sure you want submit? Say yes. And then on your console, just sign out, just log out. All right, can you guys see your score?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. How many of us have their web server IP address still on their browser? So we have terminated our web server. We had been given this public IPv4. Let's refresh and see what will happen after we've terminated.
Joy, where do I log out? Kindly.
Top right. Top right. Mali kuna a long username. Click sign out.
Joy, how do you
Yes.
fix the account still in cleanup?
You just wait for it. Or you go the route that you are told for the incognito. Yes?
What will happen if for example, instead of signing out, you just close the tab?
Well, it's okay because Gideon, it's happening like that because maybe your Vocarium timer is out. Well, the next time that you try to log in, if it's around like within these minutes, if you're logging again to this sandbox, you'll get an issue with signing in because for every sign in, you're given a different IAM user details to log in. So it's okay. You can just close your browser, but it's good to end. It's good to sign out.
Okay, thank you.
So guys, you see which yes, Daniel.
I've said it's okay. Thank you.
All right. So you guys, you see, I terminated my instance, and I had been given this public IPv4 address that I was seeing my welcome to web server, but because I terminated it, meaning there's no web server, meaning there's nothing on this IPv4, so we cannot see anything. And yes, that's the practicality of web servers. All right, so after you've submitted, just click on End Lab. If you can see 1 out of 1, click your End Lab and then say yes. End Lab and then you say yes, and then it will turn to red and you'll be done with the lab.
Incognito.
Yes?
Still nasema tu clean up hata kwa incognito.
It's okay. We ingoje tu. You're almost done. What you'll do, ikimaliza, you just go and pale kwa delete termination, disable termination, and then you just delete your EC2 instance, and then you submit. Sawa?
Sawa.
All right. So guys, I want us to do this KC before we leave because let me just share. So let's do the KC. Do we also end the lab after you've submitted? Justin, first submit your lab, and then you end the lab. Packets log beba. Very nice, very nice. So let me just open the KC. Let me just share
What
the
about the putty window, Joy?
Well, we've terminated and I've seen time is gone kidogo. On the next lesson, I'll talk to our trainer, Patrick, to take you through it. So he can set up an EC2 instance and then we can try and logging into it using Putty. Poleni leo time imetuendea segemnege. And don't ask if I'm a lawyer. Kwa minajili ya masaa, siku ya leo hatutaweza. We can start with it kesho. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I want us to do this KC for EC2. Thank you so much, Patrick. I want us to do this KC for EC2. And guys, there are these notes for the EC2 in the video. Kindly go and read on them. Today we did not have a lot of time to read. Kindly go and read on the EC2 notes. So I'm just going to share my screen and someone is going to read for us and the others are going to give us answers. All right? Mbona uko na masikio marefu jamani, Musimbi? Ama who is willing to share their screen to do the KC? Who would want to share their screen? You can just raise your hand or just let me know too. All right, who would want to share their screen? Okay, Befalin, kindly do. Let me. All right, Befalin and Samuel. All right, so Befalin. Mmepotea, Befalin and who else? Daniel.
Okay.
All right, let me Befalin, are you able to share? Today has been a long day. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Sorry. Befalin, you're going to share your screen. All right, kindly share. I've given you the rights. Sorry, Amy. Befalin, you can share. Everyone, I hope every one of us is on our cases. If you are, let me know you're there so that we can start. Befalin, are you there? Or Sam?
Yes,
All right.
you guys
Felix
can see
is
my screen.
very nice. Yes.
This is the KC.
All right. So just read the question. Everyone answers Nizagidere. Kindly just shout your answer. We go faster.
Which statement describes the Amazon EC2 service? Is it a solution that gives customers the ability to deploy their applications on the AWS? Is it a serverless compute service? It provides containers to run application on AWS. It provides virtual machines that run on AWS.
They provide virtual machines.
That run on AWS. Okay, the second question. A developer wants to run an application that loads a large amount of data into memory on an Amazon EC2 instance. Which instance type should the developer choose to achieve the best performance? Is it memory optimized, general purpose, accelerated computing, or compute optimized?
Someone to read for her the answers. Somebody read for her the answers from the chat,
Oh.
please.
Memory
Yes, I
optimized.
cannot. Memory optimized. Okay, thank you. So question 3, which of the following actions preserves the data on an Amazon EC2 instance that uses an instance store or root volume? Hibernate, stop, terminate, reboot.
Reboot.
The fourth question, which of the following statements are true about security groups for Amazon EC2 instances? Select 2. So they allow all inbound traffic by default. They allow all outbound traffic by default. They support add-in rules that deny traffic from specific sources. They support add-in rules that allow traffic from specified sources. An EC2 instance can use only one security group.
Ni hiyo hapo hivyo moja, they support adding rules that allow traffic from specified sources.
There's add-in rules. They support add-in that allow.
Yeah, that
Na
allow
hiyo
traffic
ingine
from specified sources.
specified sources, yes.
And then the other one here allowed all outbound traffic by default.
Allow by default.
Yeah, all outbound traffic by default. Yes.
Okay. So the last question, a company needs to run an application that is fault tolerant and tolerates interruptions on AWS. Which pricing model would best fit their requirements and help them lower costs as much as possible? Is it reserved instances, on-demand instances, stop instances, dedicated instances? Answer is
Spot instances, I guess. Yeah, spot instances.
C.
Spot instances.
Yeah.
Sawa. We're done.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. So, as I found have 11 cases, I hope you have done all of them. Just a quick reminder, do all your cases. Now you have done 2 labs already with us today, this afternoon. Ensure that your labs are done, your cases are done. And if you have any question, kindly let us know. Take some time today to go and read through the notes on EC2. We didn't have enough time to read through them, but kindly go and read through them. You'll find a lot of information on them, and also watch the video. Without any further ado, if we do not have any other question, we can close the meeting. Is that okay? So
Yeah,
have
I
a
have
great
a
evening.
question.
Okay.
I realized your was it the public IP address? The first one that you had tested was 44 point something, and then the next one after you restarted your instance, it was something 35. So I noticed that they kind of those IP addresses are changing the moment you stop and restart an instance.
Yes.
So
Because yes, so it's like that. They are not elastic and they will not stay anytime that you change. Yeah, if you especially restart your instance, you'll get another IP address. If you don't want it to change, you go for an elastic IPv4 address that will not change.
so you will tell us how to do that, right?
Yes, so you can even go to the console. You can just go to the lab again and go to the console. You're going to search for an elastic IPv4 address, and then you're going to, I don't know if it's allowed with this lab, but you can go and opt for one IP address, elastic IPv4.
Okay.
All right. If there is no any further question, we can close the meeting. I'm so sorry that today the class was so long, but I hope you've understood about EC2s. You can now go and create your own instance and host your own things. And I hope you learned something. Let us know there on the, what do you call them? On the exit tickets. Yes, on the exit tickets. If you have any question, feel free to reach out to me and Patrick. And he said we're going to start tomorrow with how to configure PuTTY. So have a nice evening, guys, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.